Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always stopping by. If you're just joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Abeg. Waiting you are about to watch could shock you. What is actually going on in Finland? The Finland government versus Simon Ekpa and Nigerian government. Okay guys, let's go there. I will be right back. Thank you.
A top lawyer and a top attorney domiciled in Finland came out yesterday to critically analyze and critically explain Simon's chances of survival in the Finnish courts. Yes, showing right now on your screen is this lawyer, and these particular conversations were held or was held in Finns, a language spoken in Finland. Yes, but we had to translate all of the conversations from Finns to English so that we can get the details that will be shared in this particular video. Yes, so let's kick off every single thing so we can see and understand Simon's chances of survival, or if this man will be sentenced or free. Well, first thing first, just in case you don't know, the National Bureau of Investigation has concluded and closed the case file of Simon, and his case file has been transferred to a department that will follow suit with his trial and other processes. So a lawyer had to come out to explain and analyze every single thing for the USB supporters and the USB fans to see what their prime minister will possibly face at this point in time. Yes. So first things first, this lawyer came out to give us a date frame, a date where Mr. Simon will face a court of law, a new court of law in Finland. The lawyer claimed that Simon will face the court of law on the 22nd of May of 2025, which happens to be on a Thursday. So yes, on the 22nd of May of 2025, based out of the statements made by this lawyer, Simon is going to face trials in a court of law situated in Finland. So what are the possibility of his release? Well, this lawyer had to go back on the 22nd of November of 2024 when Simon was first arrested. He claimed that for an individual to be arrested and subsequently sentenced to some time in Kilamakoski Correctional Center, it simply means that that individual or that suspect has a lot of loads to carry. Yes, he was like, normally, if someone gets arrested in Finland, he'll be granted bail subsequently. But if you get arrested and the court of law in that country asks the police to send you to a correctional center to keep you there till when investigations are concluded, it simply means that your case must be a very, very severe one, or you are being suspected of doing something that will affect other people's lives around you. So this lawyer is stating categorically that Simon is not in a good place because he was sent to Kilamakoski. Normally, he should have been released or granted bail a couple of weeks later. But for them to keep him in Kilamakoski, lock him up in one of the most toughest correctional centers in that country, it simply means that something isn't right somewhere. Moving on swiftly, this lawyer also claimed that Simon will face charges of treason. Yes, this came as a shocker because we've never seen treason in his case file. But this lawyer claimed that treason is one of the things he will face charges for. He also claimed that treason is a serious offense in Finland and a very serious offense in any part of the world. Yes, so moving on swiftly, what did this guy have to say about Simon's chances of being extradited to Nigeria? Well, take a look at this publication. It states, chances of extradition. Experts have stated that the chances of Simon being sent back to Nigeria are near impossible. Both Nigerian and Finnish authorities have denied any plans for such an extradition, which could complicate this legal situation even further. So now let's go to the most important and to the most interesting part of this whole video. This lawyer made a statement that did not sit well with a lot of viewers who watched that podcast live. Yes, this lawyer claimed that if Simon wants to escape the wrath of the law, if he wants to escape the wrath coming from the Finnish government, he has to do one thing. He's claiming that Simon needs to plead guilty in the court of law. Yes, this came as a shocker because nobody was expecting to hear something like this from that lawyer. This lawyer, like I said, is experienced and is one of the top attorneys in that country. For this man to come out and tell Nigerians and tell the whole wide world that, see, Simon needs to plead guilty in the court of law, it simply means that there's something he has seen that many of us are yet to see and understand in this point in time. Yes, this man is claiming that Simon should come out together with his lawyer in the person of Carl Gumerus, plead guilty to the court of law so that the courts in that country will probably reduce some of the sentencing. He was also asked why will Simon plead guilty? Then he was like, the National Bureau of Investigation uncovered series of evidence. They uncovered series of data and witnesses that are ready and willing to testify against him. That this evidence, this tangible evidence gotten as something that it's going to be very, very difficult to revoke. It's going to be hard and very, very difficult to revoke by any lawyer. Yes, it was like this evidence found by the NBI. He did not state what kind of evidence was found. He did not call any names. He did not give any specifications. He was like, the NBI have found series of tangible evidence and facts that will be used against him, that will definitely nail him. Yes, this is coming from this lawyer, which I said is one of the most experienced in that country. So he's advising Carl Gumeros, who is the lawyer representing Simon in the court of law, and he's also advising Simon to go with the part where he has to plead guilty to all of the charges. Well, just in case you don't know, showing right now on your screen are the charges leveled against Simon. And as we speak, Simon is still a suspect. The court of law hasn't tried him or sentenced him or acquitted him whatsoever. Yes, these are the charges leveled against him. And look at this. If Simon plead guilty to all of these things, it simply means that this man, Simon, will not come out anytime soon from the correctional center that is currently being locked up in, because these are strong charges in Finland. These charges can definitely land you 20 plus years in prison. Moving on swiftly, this said top lawyer in Finland also made a remark on the possibility where Simon will come out and plead not guilty. He was like, if Simon wants to come out and plead not guilty, he's advising Simon's lawyer in the person of Carl Gumeros to be sure that he has 100% evidence to prove that his client is not guilty one way or the other. Yes, that he must have 100% assurance. He must assure his client, Simon, that, see, if you plead not guilty, I'll be able to bring you out of this mess. Yes, that is the only time that he's advising Simon, together with Carl Gumeres, to go into the court of law in Finland and plead not guilty. But in a very common sense, he's advising them to go in and plead guilty and make sure that the judge or the court of law reduces his sentencing. So like I said, these are not my own words. This is coming from a top lawyer domiciled in that country. Yes, after hearing this whole podcast and this whole interview from this lawyer, we had to do a quick investigation to really understand the context of Simon's case. Well, we noticed that a person shall be sentenced for financing of this particular word highlighted on your screen that I can't really say based out of YouTube terms of service. If a person finances this particular crime showing right now on your screen, he's going to face possible imprisonment for at least 4 months and at most 8 years. Yes, this is actually very, very clear and simple. Any individual in Finland that somehow, some way finance this particular offense will face a punishment of 4 months ranging to 8 years as the case may be. And this is one of the charge. And the second one is that Simon somehow, some way incited series of offenses in Nigeria. And as we speak, there's no particular sentencing for incitement. So as you can see, things are not looking so good. Things are not looking so good for anybody at this point in time. And this, like I said, is coming from a lawyer. And this is not coming from my own understanding or from my own mouth. Yes. Moving on swiftly, the National Bureau of Investigation has closed Simon's case file, which was done on the 6th of May of 2025. Yes, if you want to find the content of Simon's case file, we have a video on this channel that will showcase, expose, and analyze every single thing you need to know and understand. Because as we speak, this man's case file has been transferred to a new department in Finland. Yes, so if
Alright guys, thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. So the truth about the whole thing is that the Nigerian government will never have access to Simon Ekpa, and by the end of the day, the Finnish authority is releasing Simon Ekpa. As you can see, Nigerian government have already given a statement concerning that there is nothing like extradition, okay, process of Simon Ekpa from Finland to Nigeria. So that one is another good news. Okay, so I'm dropping it here. Please kindly drop your comment below the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. If this is your first time of coming across our channel, thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.